I've had it here for a while, just haven't had the time, but I wanted to do it on live stream. So Samantha is the one who made this mask. Samantha Rash from our group is the one who made this. And it was kind of a collaborative thing between her and I. I supplied the reference images and then helped her figure out ideas like how are we going to make this, what the size should be, What ended up happening is I really, really wanted a Kirinmaru mask to begin with. And it just so happened that Crispin Freeman was doing live stream signings again. And so, with that being said, that all just came together peacefully, quite well. Quite peacefully. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Just too excited. But she said it's packaged really well. So, we'll see how in the hell I'm gonna do this. Hopefully, don't waste too much time trying to pick at this. Let's see. Which I'm glad and I can completely understand why, because it got a little bit warped when it was sent out to Crispin, I believe, but I told her that I'm pretty sure she was able to warp it back, get it back into its original shape. And yeah, she did. So we'll see how it turned out over here. And the thing that we came to agree upon was that the horns would be applied on my end. I figured it'd be easier to ship and, less fragile to do that. And I have some EVA foam clay to create the horns. So I will be doing that end. Let's see. Oh, okay. So it's masking tape right here. You can tell. So that should just tear right off. And now my cat is very curious and he wants to help too, as always. Not bad. Been grinding a lot on video games, honestly. But I do have plans for today and this upcoming month for Inuyasha videos, so that's one thing for sure. Yes. You definitely have to go through it. Okay. So I'm going to be poking at it with the scissors here. It's a little difficult, using the camera and then trying to open at it at the same time. But it's really cool, and I'll probably upload the video of him signing it. I totally saved it. And I'm glad that Crispin is doing videos again. In fact, Samantha Rash, the person who made this mask, actually her birthday is the same day as Crispin Freeman, which I believe was February 9th. And this was signed June 5th of 2022. So, and these are not my scissors. I'm borrowing them. I would not have... I guess scissors are scissors, but... Alright, so this part... I see. Okay, so that makes sense. I see what she did. So she actually strapped it onto a foam head, that you use for wigs and masks and stuff. And you definitely... I can see why. To keep the shape. Oh, this is complex. But I told her, hey, just, eyeball the size. You could just base the mask on off of your face. That's cool with me. A lot of times I use default face masks that aren't always fit to my face. I'm cool with that. So ended up going that route. I see. Yes. So the reason why it's like this is because I flipped the box. I flipped the box upside down. So, because my address was on the other end. Even though everyone knows where I live anyways. I don't want Samantha's address to be exposed. Though I'm sure her customers know where she lives too. Anyway, let's see. So, yeah. And actually, you can see the bottom half of the mask right here. And interesting. So she put pulse supports underneath the top half of the jaw, since there's no bottom half. That, keeps it good. And actually, one thing, if you've seen the live stream, and I'm going to be posting the link to Crispin's live stream signing for this mask, is that when he got it, the golden pieces on the sides, we just kind of call them the earpieces for short, they popped off. So she did have to remake them. And actually, I have to say that these new ones, they look a lot better. I think that these ones are an improvement of the the previous one, so that's cool. So we're just gonna start for easiness, we're just gonna start unhooking these right now. Then I'll be able to actually slide off the mask here. So I also need to do a Yashahime Manga Volume 2 opening. I've had it since it got released, but I just didn't have time to do the unboxing video, and I need to double check on the translations for that. I seen someone on the Amazon reviews had already mentioned that there was a bad translation that didn't make sense. I'll have to double check that myself. But if there's any mistranslations in those videos, I will also leave a comment on that. And Takashi Shina was good enough to where he did point out the first volume mistranslation that I mentioned, that a couple people mentioned, was the China thing with Inu no Taisho. So I'm glad that he's on top of that. I'm glad he's picking back up from the past drama with him, you know? The past two errors that no one liked about him. But, you know, it is what it is working with the public, and especially being a first-time person to work on that series. I'm sure he's going to be catching a lot of flack from old-time fans, so it is what it is. Let's see. Okay, so there's actually more strings to it than I thought. That's funny. And I am actually going to be doing Inuyasha necklaces again, if anyone's interested in those. I do sell those. I just surprisingly haven't done a video on my Inuyasha necklaces that I make. Isn't that funny? Started working on them, I want to say 2 years ago, and they were really popular. But I made a deal with the supplier who has the Magatama, and I believe I bought out all of them. They said, I believe that's all of them. In case I magically stumble upon any more, I'll sell them to you. So that sounds great. I'm actually going to put the phone down for a second, just to really totally rip this off. Alright. Nice, I almost got it out. Yes, I did. Okay. Alright. Oh, there's string on it. My bad. My bad. Okay. It's actually a lot heavier than I expected it to be, but at the same time, I do know the material she was using, so then I thought about it, though. So one of the wing things fell off. No problem. That's totally easy. I have some really good glue for that. It looks really good. I know that there was some cracking and stuff when it was to being warped back, but I said, you know what? It's totally fine. It's like that in the anime. It's supposed to be bone. But there it is. And he signed it in the gold Sharpie. Yes. So she said, like, when she was warping it back, hey, do you want me to repaint it? I was like, nah, that's totally fine. I could totally seal it up too if I need with resin, but I think it looks fine. Yeah, I was really excited for this. It's not super heavy. It's got it feels like if it was actually made out of bone weight, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it's really really cool. I'm very pleased with this. But the collaboration between me and Samantha went pretty well. Okay, I'm gonna put that down, and I'm gonna see if I'm gonna flip the camera around. Hello. Yeah, I look like trash. Alright, I'm gonna read your comments right now. See where the hell I can find them. I got my Geralt of Rivia style going on. Where can I find your guys' comments? Okay. Alright, I see him now. Alright. Yep. So how's everyone doing? And if you guys are reading the Yashahime manga, what are your thoughts on it? And how far are you? Do you guys have any of the recent English manga volumes? That's my question to you today. Or do you guys like Witcher or Fallout? Like, I love those series too. Can't wait for the live action Fallout. That's another one. Also Bastard. that anime. Waiting for season 2 on that one. But I will be posting more videos soon. As you can see, my Sonic and Inuyasha stuff. All right, have a good one.